New ban list and skill rebalancing coming to Duel Links in, I believe, 2 weeks or so, or a week and a half or so, the 20th of October. No webcam. My webcam broke, unfortunately, so F's in the chat. But going over the changes, first off, we have some skill changes. I feel like these are actually some pretty big changes, have a lot of big implications on the Duel Links and how the meta is going to be. So first off, Beatdown, one of my favorite skills, is pretty much completely neutered. You can only use the skill once per duel now, and it only works level 5 or higher monsters, which has been the case for a while. Honestly, I feel like there's very little reason to use Beatdown over Ties That Bind now. Ties That Bind gives you less of a boost, however it works on monsters of any level, and you can do it multiple times in a duel. Beatdown's a once per duel. I could potentially see it being used for some like OTK strategies. Maybe Dark Lords could still play it, because Dark Lords can very easily get 3 high-level monsters on the board and have them all gain 900 attack with Beatdown, which for one turn might be good enough to still run. Other than that, I feel like Beatdown's, it's just not that great anymore, unfortunately. Then we have Light and Dark. This is how the skill should have been from the start, in my opinion. The skill only activates if you took 1,000 or more. So, yeah, an activation condition will be that. It doesn't say specifically, but it's 1,000 or more if you take it. Master of Destiny, you have to have 7, I believe, cards with different names now. Because, you know, Konami wants their players to think when they play this game. They don't want to just go, oh, Herp Dirt, Master of Destiny, Summon Desperado, pop 3 cards every turn, ha ha ha. So, I like that a lot, because I hate Master of Destiny. I hate Desperado. It's one of the most degenerate decks ever put in this game, I think. Blessing of the Cyber Angel now adds Zana. That was like an oversight, I guess, so whatever. And then one thing that I'm excited about, even though it doesn't really matter, is Fusion Reserve Roids is getting a boost. If I scroll farther down, actually, it shows the actual updates. I should have went down this one first, I should say. But Fusion Reserve Roids. So when your life points increase by 1,500, you add 1 fusion material from your deck to your hand whose name is specifically listed on a Roid Fusion monster. Actually, not that great, but it's something. The other ones don't really matter that much, I don't think. Master of Rights is actually kind of cool. So Master of Rights, when you take 1,000 or more, you can return a card from your hand, kind of like Switcheroo, and add a ritual monster or ritual spell. So that's like, it's basically just Switcheroo for rituals, which is really cool. I like that skill a lot. I feel like that could be played in something in the future. And yeah, so that's the skill changes. Rest in peace, Beatdown. One of my favorite skills. Then we have the meat and potatoes, which is going to be the ban list. So, if you look on the left side of your screen, it's a bit small, I do apologize. I'll make it bigger, actually. I think I'll make it a little bit bigger. There we go. That is the current Forbidden Limited list. There are going to be some changes. First off, we have Sanctified Dark Lords to 1. That's the Trap Negate. This hurts a little bit. Most decks only play 2 of this thing. I mean, you can still dump it with stuff. You can still use the effect. I mean, playing 1, I don't think it's really that bad. It just means you won't be... Like, basically, when you use this card, it's going to be used from the Graveyard. You're never really want to set this card anymore, is what it seems like. Cyber Petite Angel to 1. This seems like another hit to Cyber Angels, but it's actually not a hit. It's actually kind of a buff. So with Petite Angel going to 1, it was previously at 2. This means you can play Dakini, Cyber Angel Ritual, or Machine Angel Ritual, and a Cyber Petite Angel in the same deck. One of each. That's amazing. I love this. Cyber Angels, rejoice. I'm going to build a deck when this comes out. I'm going to be so happy. Dark Lord Contact to 2 hurts consistency. I mean, they couldn't put Dark Lord Contact and Sanctify to 2. I feel like that would have been too much of a hit. You know, hurts consistency a little bit. That's about it. You know, not that bad. Neos Fusion to 2. This, it was completely unexpected by me. I did not think they would hit this card. The unfortunate thing about hitting this card is, you know, if you're somebody who paid for the decks, it's kind of unfortunate because now there's literally no point to getting more than 2 of these decks. Like, there's just no point. You'll have 2 Neos Fusions. I guess 3rd Brave Neos, maybe. I don't think this hits that bad. Like, Neos as an engine can still be played. You can still play Miracle Contact, which is still a very good card. Not as good as Neos Fusion, but still very good. You know, Neos Fusion is still one of the best cards of the game. I'm definitely going to still try it out. I'm going to try out with Cyberdarks. Unfortunately, this going to 2 means Cyberdarks can't play Econ with it, so that's a bit unfortunate. But, you know, I feel like it had to be done. You know, Neos was a little bit too splashable. And when you think about it, like, what else could they do with Neos to make it, to hit it, you know what I mean? Because with that engine, it's pretty much just the 3 Neos Fusion, the 2 Elemental Hero Neos, which you can't really hit a vanilla monster, 1 of Bacon Saver, usually, and then 3 Brave Neos. Like, what are you going to hit in that? Brave Neos? Like, I think this makes the most sense to hit. You don't want to hit the UR cover card. It's unfortunate that it's a structure deck that got hit, but I guess it had to be done. Then we have Ward Legacy Clash to 2. This, oh, I love this. This card is... It is just too good. Like, it was just too good. The fact that it could essentially stop an attack and then reduce your attack by pretty much to 0 and then basically make it OTK next turn was just too strong. It protected your monsters. Very powerful card. This means that people are freaking out about 6 Sams, by the way. 6 Sams, you're fine. Like, don't worry. Like, losing Clash doesn't mean your deck is unplayable. Clash did not make the 6 Samurai deck. Shien makes the 6 Samurai deck. If you can still consistently get out Shien, and you have Dual Wield as well, you're fine. You know, all this means is when you play 6 Sam, instead of going, oh, Herp, Derp, Shien, keys on, set Clash, gotta be a bit smarter, you know? Maybe go for the 1 Shien and the Dual Wield, because that's still a really strong opening. Maybe just go for Shien and play Wall of D now, because Wall of D can effectively do a very similar thing in some situations. Affects your monsters, lowers attack. So yeah, Clash is gone. Opens room for other cards you can play. I think some of the forbidden quick play spells could see some play with this, like, in decks that played World Legacy Clash now. I don't know. We'll see. I think a lot of decks will revert back to playing just Econ if you have the choice between Econ and Clash. That's what I would do. Granted, I don't have any Clashes, but, you know. Yeah. And then no longer on the list, excuse me, we're freeing Samurai Skull. That's cool. Vampires get a little bit of a buff. Red Eye Zombie, too. Excuse me as I, like, choke. I was actually planning on playing Red Eye Zombie, and I'm going to wait on it now so I can play 3 of these things. I remember going in on this pack to get 3 Samurai Skulls, and it took forever to get a rare. Now it's at 3. Very good card. I like it. Cool. Destiny Hero Celestial. Masked Heroes get a little bit of a buff. Now if you're playing Masked Heroes, I'm pretty sure you can run Econ again. You can run Hate Trunade. I know people used to play Masked Heroes with Hate Trunade so they don't DK. Masked Heroes looked pretty good. Maybe Masked Heroes Splash with a Neos engine could be pretty nice. You could Neos Fusion send Celestial. Be less reliant on the Neos Fusion, but more focused on the Masked Heroes. Now you have 3 Celestial. We'll see. Really good deck, and maybe it'll rise up again. And then we have Sylvan Marshleaf to 3. So this pretty much makes it so Sylvans are, like, playable again, because previously Marshleaf and Roselover were at 2, so you couldn't play 2 of each. You could play 1 and 1 or just one or the other. And I feel like Marshleaf is just too important. I think they're both important for that deck. I feel like Marshleaf is a bit more important. So Marshleaf gets your whole engine going. But now we almost have full power Sylvans back. You know, you got 2 Roselover. They can't play Econ. They can't play anything like that. But, you know, Sylvans, like, if you got them laying around, this is a deck you can use next season. Like, this deck could be pretty decent. I don't think it'll necessarily be tier 2, tier 3 even. But you could probably cog with Sylvans again. You could do a lot of damage to this deck. So, in terms of what I think about this list, I think it's pretty good. You know, I think Dark Lord's got the slap on the wrist they needed. I honestly feel like the hate on Dark Lords is a bit overstated. Sure, they're a great deck, but you can play around them. I think out of all the top meta decks to exist in Duel Links, like the top decks, like, you know, your Dark Lords, your Cyber Angels, your pre-nerf 6 Samurais, I feel like Dark Lords were the most manageable. So, you know, I'm okay with them getting this little slap on the wrist. They'll probably end up getting hit again in the future. Maybe they'll put Sanctified to 2. So you can only play 1 Contact, 1 Sanctified. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Neos getting hit. Had to happen. Neos is too splashable. Overall, I like the list. You know, I think it shakes up the meta a bit. Fortune Ladies are unhit. Fortune Ladies are still pretty good, even though they brick a lot and they're pretty inconsistent. Trimids are still Trimids. They're going to exist. Vendreads are still Vendreads. They're going to exist. Actually, Vendreads got a slight buff, I guess, in a way. Well, they lost Clash, I guess. See, the thing with Clash being hit is everything played Clash. So it's like everything kind of got hit, except for Fortune Ladies, which is cool. What else is, like, on the tier list? I don't even know. But either way, that'll be it for today. Let me know what you guys think about the ban list in the comments down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, and bye-bye.